Bro, I thought this shit supposed to been had came out. Or is this a remaster?
Stand the fuck back. It's hammer time.
Damn. He feels.
Jimmy.
Bro, did this thing just
Hammer
smoke?
time.
This nigga got his last shit dead.
This way for the happy ending.
Shit is only right.
Humanity's survival depends on the red gold pumping through my veins.
Well, sounds like you're the star of the show now.
This motherfucker.
I ain't gonna lie, the game look way better.
Oh shit.
I ain't gonna lie, the game look way better. Cause we got all better graphics and shit.
Boom! God's a whiskey.
I will not have this.
It's like a GTA, a zombie GTA or what? Except without the cars.
Beyond insane.
Zombie GTA story mode. That's what I meant. Yeah. Striking. I hope it's multiplayer. I mean co-op. Oh, they sure? Oh, they ain't too far away. Ain't no big fan of it though. I hope it's co-op. Let you play with your friend and shit. Alright, they gonna break you down.
I've played Dead Island 2. That's an odd thing to say in 2022. First announced back in 2014 with its now infamous trailer featuring a zombified runner, we've seen next to nothing of the game since. The almost decade-long radio silence likely had most people believing that Dead Island 2 was, well, dead. Until now, I've played Dead Island 2, a whole 20 minutes of it. It's real, it's genuinely planned to be released in 2023, and despite a long absence, it's still what it originally set out to be, a co-op, open-world, California-set sequel to Techland's well-received, but a bit shonky original. This new version of Dead Island 2 is being built by Dambuster Studios, the folks behind Homefront: The Revolution. It's the third developer to work on the game, and while it started again completely from
Hold on, bro. Alright, bet.
scratch, what I've played looks reasonably similar to the gameplay we saw of the original 2014 version, but with a few modern upgrades. Set in a bright and bizarre Los Angeles that Dambuster has nicknamed Hell A, Dead Island 2 begins in the wake of a zombie outbreak. The city is now a slaughter playground, and brutally gory melee combat is once again the big focus. Flesh slices open, guts spill out, and limbs fly off bodies. Flames char skin and melt muscle, leaving just blackened skeletons behind. You can even tear the undead apart with your bare hands courtesy of Fury Mode, an ultimate-like ability powered by the zombie infection that slowly floods your veins over the course of the story. That gore is all well and good, but the combat that leads to that bloodshed needs to be just as accomplished. During my hands-on demo, I found that, while it does still have a bit of that waving a stick around feel that a lot of first-person melee falls foul of, Dead Island 2 has got a few good ideas powering its battles. The combat system promotes constant movement. Dodges, kicks and jumps are all integral parts. Throwable weapons known as curveballs, things like grenades, shurikens and bait bombs, can also be weaved into the usual whirlwind of hacks and slashes. Being able to strike, dodge out of the way of a grab, and then immediately hurl a Molotov in quick succession is a pretty fun rhythm, and it's the fact that Dead Island 2 seems to keep up that rhythm that has me impressed. While there is a stamina system, it's incredibly generous and doesn't have you running out of breath every 10 seconds. On top of those basics is a dynamic elemental system that feels like an advancement of the 2014 version's propagating fire. Oil can be set ablaze with flames, and water can douse those flames. But water also conducts electricity, turning harmless puddles into death traps when combined with a battery. An impressive variety of zombie types helps tie this together. Among the colourful hordes are corpses with gas canisters and water bottles, and you need only target them to add some elemental fun to a fight. Those elemental properties can be found in the weapons too, which, as series DNA dictates, can be upgraded at workbenches with a variety of bonkers add-ons. A fire axe, for instance, can be fitted with blowtorches that scorch away at flesh with each strike. A pair of Wolverine-like claws can be supercharged with electricity that stuns enemies. Nothing I saw in my sample inventory would have felt out of place in the original Dead Island, which rejected gritty realism in favour of over-the-top mayhem. Dambuster certainly seems determined to stick to that MO. Thanks to this short hands-on, it's obvious that Dead Island 2 isn't just alive, but kicking too. While it may have risen from the grave though, it still has a lot to prove. Dambuster has made a solid first impression, but it comes coupled with a distinct sense of familiarity. Dead Island 2 appears to share a huge amount of common ground with not just the original Dead Island, but also its step-sibling Dying Light. Even at this early stage, I'm already struck with the sense of having played all this before. The gory combat, the weird weapons, the crafting, the oddball humour. After one Dead Island game, an expansion, and 2 Dying Lights, it's all feeling a bit parts of the same corpse. So is Dead Island 2 just The Walking Dead, or will it be something genuinely surprising? The streets of Hell A will hold the answer. There's so much I've not seen. What is the open world like? What twists will the story take? How varied is the mission design? How good are the jokes? It's all this that will determine if Dambuster's efforts are a gory good time, or just a sequel that's arrived a decade too late. For more on Dead Island 2, be sure to read my full written preview on IGN.com. You can also watch the new trailer, and for everything else,